What's up, everybody? Michaela Vernava alongside Zach Cox and Doug Kide at the Patriots practice fields. It is day 4 of Patriots training camp and the second day now of full padded practice. So guys, I'm curious how much you've been able to glean as far as the development of this team now 4 days in.
I think we're able to glean a little bit. I mean, it is, like you said, only 4 days in, but we can kind of add what we've seen out here to the OTAs and minicamp that we watched. Those were non-padded practices. We've now seen 2 padded practices, but I think guys are definitely starting to stand out. One guy for me is linebacker Kyle Van Noy. It seems like he's getting his hand on the ball in almost every practice, batting passes away, so maybe he's the guy who could kind of take a jump now entering his 3rd season of the team.
I agree, and it's also enabled us to kind of get a little bit of a better sense of what the depth chart might possibly look like. Obviously, very long way to go before the season actually starts, so everything here could change and probably will change. But a guy like Trent Brown, I mean, the Patriots are trying to replace Nate Solder at left tackle. Going into this, people really viewed it as a battle between Trent Brown and rookie Isaiah Wynn. Wynn could easily still kind of overtake him over the next couple months, but I think Trent Brown has really impressed me so far. He's obviously a massive human being, but I've been really impressed with the way he can move in space, the way he's kind of been able to get out and get. He was blocking a defensive back earlier today, and that's kind of especially stood out to me once these pads came on a couple days ago.
Well, this defense has undergone a lot of changes in the offseason. Obviously, Matt Patricia no longer here, and specifically the secondary, fair amount of question marks floating around. So how is that unit shaping up so far?
Yeah, the biggest of those question marks is who will replace Malcolm Butler, who obviously now is with the Tennessee Titans. We weren't really sure after OTAs and minicamp. They really kind of rotated that second spot opposite Stephon Gilmore a lot. So far, it's been Eric Rowe in that spot for every day in training camp, which has been interesting because he wasn't in that spot at all during the practices we saw in the spring. So it looks like he kind of has the inside track on that second starting job right now. Haven't really seen Jason McCourty in there a lot. I would expect him to probably get some reps there as well. But yeah, that's definitely one of the more intriguing roster battles on this team right now.
And then the other one, offensively, the receiving core. A lot of departures from last year's team, and then of course Tom Brady not coming to OTAs and was here obviously for mandatory minicamp, but all of those previous practices that he normally would have been developing chemistry with new receivers. So now that he is here for training camp, how is that looking?
Might be a little bit of tough sledding there at wide receiver for the Patriots. It seems like the Patriots defensive backs are getting the better of their wide receivers so far on camp, and that's kind of to be expected. I mean, Julian Edelman's still Julian Edelman, but he's going to be out for the first 4 games of the season. Chris Hogan will certainly be a starter in that offense, but we don't really know who the other starters are going to be or even who's going to make this team, and injuries are starting to pile up a little bit of that position as well. Kenny Britt missed practice yesterday. He was back out here today, but not in uniform. He started the training camp on PUP. Jordan Matthews got banged up today, so he left the field. We've still got Malcolm Mitchell, a kind of mystery surrounding him. So a lot of guys in flux here. I think the Patriots do have high hopes for Kenny Britt, actually. I think there's a potential that he could be a starter all year for the Patriots, but he has to get healthy first, and he actually kind of has to make the roster as well. So certainly a lot of question marks there, and we could see the weakest receiving core, at least to start the season, since 2013 when Aaron Dobson and Kenbrell Tompkins were patrolling the offense for the Patriots.
All right, so a lot to keep an eye on as camp progresses. We will, of course, have everyone up to date, so make sure to stick with us on NESN.com.